organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Coming up on Daily Iowan TV, construction surprises. See how the UI Music Building is already history in the making.
And Professional Push, learn what class can get your career started now.
And in sports, soccer goes dancing. We have the details in just a bit.
Stay tuned.
Daily Iowan TV is just getting started.
I'm Tom Brokaw. For more than 100 years now, the University of Iowa community has been waking up to the Daily Iowan. Today, it's the largest newsroom in eastern Iowa. And now you can see the news every night on Daily Iowan TV and get it anytime worldwide at dailyiowan.com.
Hello and welcome to your Tuesday edition of Daily Iowan TV. I'm Mary LaPlaca.
And I'm Kara Bimschlager.
The future home of the University of Iowa School of Music is already making history before it's even been built. Over the past month, construction crews have dug up hundreds of artifacts spanning nearly a century in time. Daily Iowan TV's Brad Maxwell did a little digging of his own to learn when and where all these artifacts have come from.
It was at this construction site that a routine excavation revealed an underground museum.
I believe it was September. We came across a stone well.
But even archaeologists couldn't predict the gold mine that lied below.
It was just kind of loosely placed stone blocks. And we're like, wow, this is kind of interesting. And it was full of artifacts.
Artifacts covering nearly a century of time were pulled from several structures under the soil during a week-long investigation. A glass bottle from the early 1900s, a sheet music holder from the 1800s, even trade beads dating before the founding of Iowa City in 1839.
The trade beads suggest a pretty early time frame, interaction, probably direct interaction with Native Americans.
While these discoveries tell an interesting story, it hasn't made the construction process any easier.
This concentration of finds on one site is not something we've seen before.
Construction crews have been working very quickly to meet their 2016 deadline, but that progress came to a screeching halt when crews discovered artifacts lie just below the surface.
We remain a little concerned when we stop the project and progress on the project for these discoveries, but ultimately the state archaeologists and FEMA were very and have been very cooperative in this process. So we do not see a change to the overall schedule of the project.
And ultimately the birth of this new building has helped reveal history.
There's a wide range of time periods and features that can speak to stories through almost a century of time.
And tell stories of Iowa City past through the present. Brad Maxwell, Daily Iowan TV.
Archaeologists say their research has just touched the tip of the iceberg. They are awaiting funding to take a deeper look at the stories behind the artifacts.
And these artifacts aren't the only history Iowa is getting into. UI Professor of Classics and Religious Studies Robert Cargill will be featured on a History Channel documentary and new series Bible Secrets Revealed. This series looks into what was lost when the Bible was translated from Hebrew to English and what texts did not make it into the current edition of the Bible. This series will have professors and historians help answer the questions that are in the religious text, including our very own Cargill. Support your fellow Hawkeye professor and watch Bible Secrets Revealed. It airs Wednesday night on the History Channel at 9 p.m.
Students looking for a class that can help boost their resumes and help them land their dream job can register for a fairly new class, STEP, also known as Students Turned to Employee Professionals. The course is offered through the Career Center programs. The Career Building class is an 11-week, one-credit course that teaches students how to build their career skills. The instructor, John Ferrum, said it's a good way to help students navigate through the career.
Get students to navigate through their college career and then on to their professional career, with the 3 C's we call it, the competence, clarity, and confidence.
2 sections of STEP will open in the spring semester for students to take as an elective.
Trojan Condoms ranked the University of Iowa the 4th best school in sexual education out of 140 schools on the 2013 Trojan Sexual Health Report Card. The report card is based on condom availability, HIV testing, lecture and outreach programs, and student peers groups. Princeton University received an A+ on their sexual health report card, earning the #1 spot. Brigham Young failed, becoming the last ranked school for the 3rd year in a row.
The University of Iowa School of Public Health is building a new degree program where students can receive their undergraduate and graduate degree in just 5 years. The school is creating this program to help students save money and time. They also hope to help them enter the workforce earlier.
Now, it feels a lot like winter lately, and our weather forecaster Brianna Jett will tell us if this weather is here to stay. Brianna?
Hey guys, it looks like yesterday's snow was just a tease. The rest of your week will likely warm up enough to avoid snow, although we might see some rain. Tomorrow's temperatures will be cold, and the wind will only make it colder. Tomorrow morning will be around 19 degrees, but it will feel like 13. By the afternoon, we will see temps in the upper 40s with cloudy skies. The temperatures will drop into the lower 30s as the sun sets and we enter evening hours. As we look at the rest of your week, don't expect to see much of the sun. Thursday will be mostly cloudy with temps sitting in the lower 40s. Friday will be the same. Saturday's temperatures will be in the lower 50s. Sunday may bring storms. There is a 40% chance of rain. Temperatures, though, will be in the lower 60s. The rain will continue into Monday with a 60% chance of rain and temperatures at 43 degrees. Well, that's all I have for weather today. Back to you guys at the desk.
Now let's take a look at what is happening outside of Iowa. 5 days after Super Typhoon Haiyan hit the Philippines, aid is only beginning to enter the cities that were hit the hardest. There are groups of doctors and pallets of food waiting to be delivered still. However, problems with transporting the supplies into the cities are keeping the aid away.
It's official. The new World Trade Center in New York will become the country's tallest building. The height will be exactly 1,776 feet tall, the same number as the year the U.S. was founded. Still under construction, it's expected to be finished sometime next year.
Suspect Brandon Brown started trial today. He faces first-degree murder charges. Brown is accused of shooting and killing 30-year-old Danelle Darrell Lindsay last year. Read Wednesday's pages of the Daily Iowan for more insight on the details of the trial.
Now we're going to hand it over to Laura Gibbs for this week's Street Chatter. Laura?
Hey guys, this week we're talking about fat, trans fat to be exact. The Food and Drug Administration recently declared that the American food industry must begin to remove trans fat from all of their products. Trans fat is a synthetic fat made by man, and it also clogs the arteries. This move could prevent 20,000 deaths and 7,000 heart attacks per year. However, trans fat is found in a lot of food, including college favorites, such as popcorn, frozen pizza, cookies, and restaurant fried foods. So I took to the streets asking students what they thought of the move towards healthier foods.
We've known trans fats are really unhealthy for quite some time now. So, I mean, overall, the fact that the FDA is doing something is probably a good thing.
I think that getting rid of trans fats in foods is very important, especially because we have had so much obesity going on in the world from children to adults.
As a college student who loves to eat unhealthy food, I mean, I drink Monster every day. I do a lot of things that people would say, well, that's not healthy. Well, that's okay. That's my decision to not be healthy. There's nobody who's going to be surprised that Big Mac is not healthy. There's nobody who's going to be surprised that the Twinkies aren't the best thing for you. But you get it because it's cheaper, you get it because it tastes better maybe, but ultimately you decide.
That's all for this week. Back to you at the desk.
Football getting the week off, which means no Kirk Ferentz on the program tonight.
The head coach will be back on the program tomorrow, but it's field hockey and soccer making all the headlines tonight.
Our own Whitney Blakemore and Jordan Cabialis are standing by in the sports studio with more. Guys?
Hello and welcome back to the Daily Iowan TV Sports Studio. Alongside Whitney Blakemore, I'm Jordan Cabialis.
No Iowa football on the program tonight, with the now bowl-eligible Hawks getting another week of rest on their second bye week of the season. But still a lot to get to in this evening, starting with one of the best Big Tens right here in the newsroom.
That's right, Whitney. Iowa field hockey standout Natalie Cafone, kind enough to join us to talk what could have been in the Big Ten championship game, her teammates' contribution to personal success, and her plans to compete with Team USA in 2014.
Our own Danny Payne has the interview.
Thanks, guys. I'm Danny Payne here with Miss Natalie Cafone, Iowa's leading scorer for the 2013 season. Natalie, we'll jump right into it. What happened in the loss yesterday, changing from the first half to the second half?
Well, obviously in the first half we came out strong, and we, in the second half, didn't do the same thing. I feel like we came out timid, and we just didn't compose ourselves and play the entire 70 minutes. We only played it first half, and obviously that didn't get us the result we wanted.
And then going to yourself a little bit, pretty impressive resume from this year. First team All Big Ten, first in the country as of today in points per game, 2.48 points per game. All tournament team, averaged over a goal a game. What made you so successful this season?
The team. That's all I really have to say. I mean, Danny in the midfield especially, she was, I think, our most valuable player. She kept our team together from the start to the end, and I think that the team in general just really helped me get those, and without them, none of that could have happened.
Again, looking forward to the offseason, just what are you guys, I know you mentioned you don't necessarily have a date yet, but are you going to be doing anything on your own training-wise before team started? And I know you played with Team USA in the past. Is that going to be an off-season plan again?
Yeah, in the off-season, I'm pretty sure over winter break, that starts up again. But as for myself and the team, I know we're going to focus starting now on next season and the spring so that we can reach all of our goals next year and so that we don't end up in this position again.
Thanks, guys. Danny Payne, Natalie Cafone, thanks for coming out. Appreciate it. Back to you guys at the desk.
Disappointment for the Field Hawks, excitement for the Iowa women's soccer team. Head coach Ron Rainey and his team not sure what the NCAA selection committee would have in store for them Monday afternoon. It didn't take long for them to find out.
The Hawks were selected in the opening bracket of Monday's selection show after an impressive 15-6-1 season ended in the Big Ten championship game Sunday afternoon. The Black and Gold will take on the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame, who posted an 11-7-1 overall record during the regular season, which included a 7-5-1 mark in the Atlantic Coast Conference. Notre Dame's ACC tournament run ended in the quarterfinals with a 2-1 double overtime loss to number 5 Virginia Tech.
A happy Rainey talked tournament possibilities Monday afternoon.
I think our team is excited. I think we're excited, and you know, we're still probably recovering a little bit physically after all the games in the Big Ten tournament, but really excited to play Notre Dame, who has been a team that's won national championships and been to multiple Final Fours, and know what a challenge that'll be, but know how exciting it'll be to be out on their field on Friday.
The 2013 season is Notre Dame's 21st NCAA tournament appearance in 26 years as a program. The Fighting Irish advanced to the NCAA quarterfinals in 2012 and have won 3 national championships.
Before we get you out of here, a ton of action on the hardwood this evening, and if you love college hoops, check out what's on tap for tonight.
That's right, Jordan. Some of the nation's hottest pro prospects all in action tonight in Chicago. Number 1 Kentucky and Julius Randle take on Tom Izzo and number 2 Michigan State.
Not to be outdone, Whitney, Jabari Parker returns to the Windy City with his 4th-ranked Blue Devils to face off with next year's projected number 1 pick, Andrew Wiggins, and number 5 Kansas. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have on tonight's show, but a ton to get to tomorrow, including sound from Kirk Ferentz and a number of members of the Black and Gold.
For Jordan Cabialis, I'm Whitney Blakemore. Mary, Kara, back to you at the desk right after this.
We're bigger, we're deeper, and we're more experienced than we've ever been.
But here's White, ducks it through. Cummins gets the step on the drive, score it, and a foul. Now he throws it down. Barber with the play made to Aaron White.
Well, that's tonight's edition of Daily Iowan TV. Be sure to watch us tomorrow or anytime online at dailyiowan.com.
Thanks for watching and have a great night.